trying to figure out what. Okay, there we go. I don't know why this shit took so long to go live. Damn.
I think that might have been on my end.
Oh, because I had to allow it. You just hit a
Probably.
button or something.
I just did.
Okay, yeah,
But
because I had.
that whole time we wasn't even live.
Oh, good night.
Or at least on my
Yeah,
end. You might have been live on your end, but that's probably
no,
why it kept kicking me out.
right. So what? So what? Oh, that's probably what it was. But what it was is I closed out of mine and just stayed on yours. But
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
but yeah, Salakia, ladies and gentlemen. You
Yeah,
know,
it's a
we
lot
back
here for
in
the
effect.
technical
Yeah,
difficulties. That was my
yeah,
fault. You know, I take the checking on that. Officer Malako, he gonna see this and be like, "What the hell was you doing this whole time? We on here talking to ourselves." But
right,
Salakia, that was the technical difficulty on my end. I didn't realize that we wasn't live, but it looked like we was live. So Salakia for that. I'll pop it off. Kakam Gabar, Salakia. We are the I.S.U.P.K. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana, and we are not affiliated with any other Israelite group. We're not affiliated with the Christian Church. We're not affiliated with the Muslims. The little fat green thing, Buddha. We're not affiliated with none of that garbage, man. We are the home of the truth. You
that's
understand?
right,
And contrary to popular belief, there's only one truth. It even says there's only one truth in the Bible. You know what I mean? The Bible isn't made up of different beliefs that leads you to one God. I know everybody wants to believe that, and that's because you want to follow your own lust. You want to
right,
follow your own lust. That's why you want to believe in whatever God that you want to believe in. And that's why the Christian church in Salakia, I'm going to rant for just a second. That's why the Christian church wants to not judge. They don't want to have any righteous judgment inside of the Christian church. Because if you correct someone, or if you rebuke someone for their disobeyish behavior, you're going to find out that a lot of the people that you hang around with in the Christian church are, sex offenders, they're adulterers, they're drug addicts, they are liars, they're thieves, they're whores, 304s. There are a lot of the things that the Most High God despises. And guess what, Kakam? We despise that type of stuff too. The only difference is with the people in the I.S.U.P.K. and the people that aren't in the I.S.U.P.K. or meaning I say it like this: for people who are in the truth and people who are not
mm-hmm.
in the truth, we judge righteously. You find out the hard way. That's
Right,
the difference. You got to find out the hard way that man that you're going to bring home around your children is going to molest your children. You're going to find out the hard way, sis. When you leave your husband and go get another man and you bring a man around those children, he's going to molest your children. When the
right,
Bible says you don't commit adultery, you don't go be a whore, you don't leave your husband and go marry another man, you're putting yourself at risk. You're putting yourself at
right,
risk when you sin against the Most High God. You can take our word for it because we all came from a background, we all came from a lifestyle that was killing us or unaliving us. We all came
mm-hmm.
from that. And the Bible's here to save your life. So judgment is good because judgment, with judgment comes correction. How do I know that? Niggas go pay them tickets when niggas go pay them tickets when the oppressor call you to court. You get some get
Right,
right, don't you? You understand? How
damn
you
right.
gonna respect the Most High? How you gonna respect the oppressor, or how you gonna respect America and the oppressor over the Most High God? Make it make sense, man. And I yield.
Yeah, man. Hey, you hitting it right. Hey, and what does it say? Spiritual man. They always in the Christian church or just in the world, they always say, you can't judge me, only God can judge me. Blah. That was Tupac. That's nowhere in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And in fact, the scripture says a spiritual man judge of all things.
Damn
You know
right.
what I'm saying? So what'd you say?
Lies, Salaki. That was my tablet.
Oh,
I was
okay,
just
yes.
making sure the class we could hear the class. That's all, Salaki.
Yeah. And so yeah, that's spiritual man judge the thought things, man. And that's what we're here to do. You know what I'm saying? Now, are we out here executing the judgment? No. You know what I'm saying? But hey, we gonna open rebuke is better than secret love, and we're gonna tell you exactly what it is. You know what I'm saying? And right now, just like it says in the book of was it Ezekiel, it says, "Cry aloud and spare not, man, and show our people their transgressions." And we ain't here for your feelings. You know what I'm saying? Because
Isaiah.
oh, that's Isaiah. Yeah, Salakia.
50,
Uh,
no, you two are 58-1, I believe.
yep. Um, and you
If
know
you
what I'm
want to have
saying?
a
We ain't
brother,
here
if you
for
want
your
to have a
feelings.
brother Kalawan read it, you know what I mean? If you want to break it down so the people who haven't maybe heard this before, break it down, because you do an amazing job of breaking those scriptures down. You want to break it down,
Yeah, that's right. If you could,
Baba
Kawan,
Kashab.
bring that up.
He
The
want
book of
Isaiah
Isaiah.
58-1.
Yep. Matter of fact, I'll pull it up on the screen too if y'all want me to do
Yeah,
that.
we got the Trooper of Kalawan in here tonight. I want to big up the
Yeah,
Trooper of
yeah. Shout out to
Kalawan.
Kalawan. Yeah, damn right.
KC4. KC4 in the house.
KC4.
Yeah, he was all four of us. That's all four right there.
Yep.
Damn good brother though.
Damn right. Yeah, if I got it pulled up on the screen if you wanna
Slakia, so you
share.
ready?
Yeah, you could go ahead.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 58, verse 1. Cry aloud, spare
What?
not. Cry aloud.
Cry aloud. You understand? Not be timid, not be quiet. You know what I'm saying? Not be soothsaying, because our people, they love some soothsaying. You know what I mean? But what does it say? Cry aloud.
Spare not.
Spare not. So we ain't gonna sit here and spare your feelings, man. That's what they like in the Christian church. They want to beat around the bush and make you feel good. You know what I'm saying about whatever they talking about, because really at the end of the day, they just want your money. You know what I'm saying? They
That's
just
true.
want your money, and they might want your wife too. You know what I'm saying? Read it. Keep reading.
Cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and shew my people their transgression,
Right.
and the
Lift.
house of Jacob their sins.
Right. Cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet. A trumpet is loud.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying? And that's how we lift up our voice. And then guess what? They get mad at us when we when we go to camp. And they, you know what they said? Y'all just a whole bunch of niggas just yelling on the street corner. No, it says cry aloud and spare not, and show our people their transgressions. Yeah, stop being a prostitute. Stop being a weed head, a crackhead. You know what I'm saying? Stop being a whoremonger. Stop being etc. Everything, all the transgressions. What's transgression? Transgression is sin. You know what I'm saying? It's transgression of the law. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the Lord told us to do, man. Yeah, if I could, I yield on that one. But that's
Now
definitely
get
an
it, brother, in
old
hand.
yeah, that's the old UPK classic. You know what I'm saying?
Like you got to look at transgression. Like if you was to draw a line, right, on a chalkboard, or you just draw a line in a field, just draw a line. You know what I mean? And this is how simple it is, but it's hard to walk in the spirit when you've been living a life full of sin your entire life, when you've been misled your entire life, when you've been taught wrong your entire life. That gray area becomes huge. Huge.
Mm-hmm.
And the Christian church is the entire gray area, full of misunderstandings, misinterpretations, full of lust and all kind of sinful, wicked, disgusting things. The Christian church is the gray area, when the Bible is simply black and white. But
Right.
because it's a sin to be perfect in the Christian church, you know that, right, Kakam Gabar? You know it's a sin to be perfect in the Christian church.
Colin will come. They
Columbine, you
say
know it's
no.
a sin to be perfect in the Christian church. If you go tell a Christian that you can be perfect like Jesus, oh my God, go! I dare you to go do it. I
Right.
dare you go to a Christian and tell them that the Bible said to be perfect and I can be perfect like Jesus. They will lose their mind. But Jesus is their number. Jesus is their daddy. He's the number one fan. Jesus is everything in the Christian church, but they don't want to walk, talk, live, eat, or do anything like Yahweh. They don't want to do anything like Yahweh because they are
And
selfish. They are
right.
selfish and lustful, and the Bible tells you to be ye perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect. It's telling you right there to be perfect. You should strive for perfection with anything that you do in life. But the Christian church, they don't strive for perfection because being perfect in Christianity is a sin. They feel like
Right.
that takes away from Jesus when Jesus was trying to teach us how to live like him. See,
Right.
we're the only ones that understand this in the I.S.U.P.K under Commanding General Yohana because we have the truth. The truth shall make you free. And if you want to be free from your sin, if you want to be free from your lust and everything demonic that you're living how you're living your life, you will strive for perfection. And
Right.
I yield.
And if I could, I got one
Please.
better than that. You know how you said, uh, what'd you say? Jesus Christ is your what? You said you gave a whole bunch of different titles that they say. I forgot exactly the ones you said, but even one better than that. For most women, Jesus Christ is also their husband. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. How can I
That's
forget, Kakan?
every Christian woman's husband is Jesus. You know what I'm saying? And they don't listen to him either, just like they don't listen to the real husband, all the husbands that they did have. You didn't listen to them husbands, and you don't listen to Jesus Christ either as your husband. You know what I'm saying? Now, Christ is, you know what I'm saying, the husband of the children of Israel. I'm not going to say that's not the case, but most of these women, they'll say, "Oh, I don't need a man. Jesus is my husband," and that's just a whole bunch of bullshit. Because they for sure getting laying on their back with somebody on the low anyway. And I yield on that one. I just thought it was
And you
funny
ain't
when
lying, Kakan Kabar. A lot of these women talk bad about all these men and they baby daddies. And they talk bad about all these men in the world. And like you said, they on their back or they on their knees for
mm-hmm.
whatever man that they dealing with. But for somehow or some reason, the black man ain't nothing. And that's not the
Right,
big up, and that's not me taking the side of brothers neither, because brothers do the same exact thing. You understand?
right.
Brothers do the same exact thing. Are men better than women, or are women better than men? You both are disgusting in the eyes of the Most High God if you don't keep His commandments. See how
Exactly.
simple it is when it's black and white, when you can draw the line. You draw the line, and the transgression is once you cross the line, offending the Most High God, breaking His
Well,
commandments. You
that's
understand?
right.
Breaking His commandments. We got
Hey,
Priest
Shalom.
Design up in here.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
got
Kai,
Priest
Kai.
Design in
What's up,
here.
Akim?
Y'all
What's
like
up,
him
Akim?
What's going on? My
Shukata.
man, what's up? What's up, my Nick? Oh,
Oh
we'll
man,
say
y'all
that
know how
after
it is,
class.
man.
We'll
Snap
say
it
that
up
after
again,
class.
man.
We'll say that
I've
after
been
class.
trying to get on this thing for 30 minutes, man.
Man, so
Man,
like
hey,
we had some technical difficulties. It's my fault.
Ain't no
It's
sweat.
my fault. It's my fault. It's my
No
fault.
sweat, no sweat. What we at
Right.
with?
Oh, we just talking about how it's a sin to be perfect in the Christian church. Well, that's where we left off. We was
right.
about to move on. Kakam was about to bring out something heavy as he always do.
All right,
But
let's
that's
get it,
where we
Bree. What
left
we
off.
got? Let's get it. Where we at with it? Bring it
Well,
out.
I mean, there's all type of shit that's been happening over the past few days. Of course,
God.
you know, all the GD Nation is going buck wild over Larry Hoover. You
I
know what I'm
think I'm
saying?
Yeah.
getting meat. Larry Hoover.
Yeah, God.
You know
Hey,
what I'm
Larry
saying?
Hoover getting out, man. Lot of the GDs got to get their literature together now.
Oh
Right,
shit. Well, hold on, but the messed up part though. The messed up part. He not even about to get out.
right.
Yeah, man. I know, man. The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. How you gonna commute the man for him to get out of the feds, but knowing, I mean, definitely knowing that he ain't getting out. I mean, what was that all about? Somebody get me right on that one. I don't understand that one.
That's because if I could, I'm sharing my screen,
Oh,
Elisha.
go ahead, Doc.
No,
All
I
right,
think
let's
you
get
gotta
it, man.
pull
Heavy
it up.
content, man.
You heard me? I
Hey,
think
big
you
up to
gotta
the
pull
brothers
it up.
in the in with us today, man. What's up, Akalawan?
What's going on, man?
Damn
Yeah.
right, damn right. Last shot, appreciate y'all coming on. Come on, man. This heavy content, man. We dropping heavy
Right.
on here, man. As you can
Most
see,
High in Christ, man.
got, hey,
A yonder
we
boy
got the
out of
heavy.
wine.
Hey, when the live side in the building, man, you might as well say, hey, man, we got the heavy hitters in the building.
Man,
Right.
listen, I'm striving to be like you out of wine. I don't know what you talking
Most
about. I'm
high
trying to be
Christ,
like,
man. Most high
listen,
Christ.
trying
Most
to be
high
like
Christ,
you.
man. The water, priest, the
I
water.
am the boy.
Yeah, if I could,
God,
Elisha, I
like,
think
go
you gotta change the page layout.
How do I? Okay, I gotta add that one. I got you.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So yeah, pretty much yeah, they done Larry Hoover's federal sentence commuted. How has Chicago streets changed? You know, of course, Donald Trump, you know, he's trying to play on the hearts of Black America, you know what I mean? While at the same time, he's uh incarcerating and deporting every Latino from sea to shining sea. You know what I'm saying? When them is our brothers and sisters as well. You know what I mean? But this just good. But all the niggas is in love with that shit. Like, yeah, free Larry Hoover, Kanye West, he think he done did something grand magnificent. You know what I'm saying? Because this, but at the end of the day, this man, he what? He probably about 80 years old. What's he gonna really do? You know what I mean? Like, even if he did get out, these little niggas are so far removed, they don't have no structure. They don't follow no rank, no orders. All that system that was supposed to be set up, like, you know what I'm saying, all that their protocol and all that between the black disciples and gangster disciples and all that shit's gone, man. These niggas ain't got no loyalty, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? Even if he did get out tomorrow, you think these little niggas are gonna follow suit and do what he say? No, I doubt it. You know what I mean? But if I could, I'm gonna bring out a scripture. You know what I'm saying? Um, if you could, Kalawan, can you bring up Ecclesiastes chapter 7? I think Officer Tazan done dropped out or something. Can you hear me?
Con, I can hear you.
Con, yeah,
Yeah.
Salakia. I had my phone muted. Salakia.
Okay, yeah.
Can y'all
But
hear
yeah,
me?
if you could, yeah, I can hear you.
Con out of
All
one
right, let's
con.
get it. Let's get it.
But yeah, if you could, Kalawan, go over here to Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 7.
Yeah. If I could kind of piggyback on what you were saying, man, I was having some technical difficulties. Yeah, Larry Hoover, man. Yeah, a lot of them YNs, nah, they ain't hearing that, man. They done show plenty of video clips of YNs talking about how they buy none. They ain't honoring no OGs. You know what I mean? They been out here
Right,
alone by themselves. Ain't no OGs did nothing for them. That's the kind of mentality that these YNs got, man. You know what I mean? So
right.
yeah, I don't know how much it's gonna help or hurt, man, letting the brother out. You know what I mean? I mean, if the brother did his time, paid his dues and all that, let the man out, man. What's going on with what's going on with 200 years? What's that all about?
Man, look, that's what they do. They give us football numbers. You know what I'm saying?
Dang.
They give you
All right.
triple life sentences. They say you get triple life. What's triple life? Well, I gotta be locked up in the next life too. Good night.
God.
But yeah, let me know when you
Yeah.
got it.
Khan, sir, I got it.
Verse 7.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
See,
And,
oppression maketh the wise man mad. You know what I'm saying? Which is not to be trying to big up in all the gangs, but really gangs like the Crips and all them originally, those was in the inception was created for like some type of means to of against oppression, coming against the crooked cops and all that, coming to organize with one another. You know what I'm saying, to try to do something for the community. But of course, when the Lord's not behind it, it's all gonna end up being wicked anyway. You know what I'm saying? But oppression maketh a wise man mad. You know what I'm saying? To do and do anything, you know what I'm saying, that's trying to get up out of the oppression. Keep reading.
and a gift destroyeth the heart.
But a gift would destroy the heart. So while we being oppressed, you know what I'm saying? Guess what the devil would do? He'll try to act like, oh, he's gonna pardon um uh he's gonna pardon Larry Hoover. You know what I'm saying? So got niggas like, oh yeah, man, Trump, this and this and that. That's destroys your heart. You know what I'm saying? Or he pardoned, who else he just pardoned? NBA Young Boy. You know what I'm saying? Trying to play on your heartstrings. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, Trump ain't that bad after all.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
heavy,
give you
y'all.
a stimulus, give you a little stimulus check here
Yeah,
and there.
God,
You know what I'm
God.
saying?
If I could,
Et cetera.
just
Yeah, go
chime in
ahead.
real quick. Slocky, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Are you too up?
Just chime in real quick. Yeah, like you saying, the brother was saying, the gift definitely destroyed the heart, man. You know what I mean? Our people think just because somebody give you something, it's all good. You know what I mean? They give you a little bone. You know what I mean? Everybody think it's all gravy, everything's smooth sailing. You know what I mean? But the white man is the devil, so he just basically playing on everybody. You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
Hey, big up to the generals, man, all the men above me, man, because a lot of this stuff, you know what I mean, we have to be taught this, man. You know what I mean? A lot of this stuff we have to be
Right.
taught. You know what I mean? So it makes it easier for us to bring it out, man. You know what I mean? Just to be piggybacking off what the men above are saying, the generals, commanding general Yohanan, the captains, man. You know what I mean? All the priests, you know what I mean? All everybody. You know what I mean? Live shot definitely be dropping it hot, man. You got to turn me on to how you be doing them interviews, man. You be killing them out there. Huh?
Man, look, look, we just need to come down there to Iowa so we can get some hands-on training.
That's what's up.
Con. I
I'm gonna
agree.
talk to.
I agree. It's gonna happen, though. It's gonna happen.
We'll wrap. I'm trying to get down there.
Damn right.
I'm
Ain't no
trying to get
question.
down
I
there.
don't
That's
know.
all I'm gonna say. I'm trying to get down there, but we gonna get
Damn
some
right,
hands
preacher.
on.
Damn right. Damn right. Most High Christ. Yeah, and that was pretty much it, man. I just wanted to say, just piggyback off what Kakam Gabal was saying, man. Yeah, that gift definitely destroys you, man. It makes
Damn
you
right.
think that you want it, you need it, it's all good. You know what I mean? And when really it has diluted your mindset. You know what I mean? So I yield up.
And if I may, to piggyback off what you said, Ottawa, uh, a gift, it definitely does dilute, your pure intentions and like what you could be. You know what I mean? Because like most people, I said, like in a white man is such a devil. You know what I mean? Is with all
Mm-hmm.
these, we have all these things coming up against us, and our
Come on now.
they're playing on it's the propaganda that they push on blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. They playing off that. You know what I'm saying?
Con.
We've been
Come on.
through slavery. We've been through so much in this country, and they never looked at us like a human being. They never looked
Man.
at us as equal. They will never look at us as an equal, but they definitely don't look at us as we're human. You know what I mean?
Man.
It's all of like the Bible says in Deuteronomy the 28th chapter, we're an astonishment to these people. They don't look at us like, how
Come
they
on.
look at their neighbor. Which I ain't
Mm-hmm.
even mad at
Yep.
them for that. We shouldn't look at them like they are neighbor.
Hey,
But
that's what I'm
you
saying.
you have a you have a, you have a nation of people who are so cunning to do wickedness, who are so evil and hate you simply because of the way you look. Simply because of the way you
God.
look. They hate the Issacharites simply because they look like Issacharites. You know what I mean? It's like you have to, they had to go above and beyond to find a way to hate us. Because when it comes down
Bring it up,
to
please.
righteousness, when it comes down to who's the better people, you couldn't hate us simply because of that. Because we're the better people. We're more righteous
Come on, please.
naturally. You understand?
Yeah,
So you had to go
come on.
and find something to degrade
Right,
us.
right.
So they went to our
And
physical attributes. And then from there, that gave them the excuse to harm us even more, put us through slavery and make more propaganda. So it's the propaganda that they push. And a lot of our times that our people in our ignorance, which the Bible says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, the knowledge that we're
right.
lacking because of the piss poor leadership in the Christian church is the reason why the propaganda keeps going. You understand what I'm saying?
God.
And only in the I.S.U.P.K do we start reversing that propaganda to where people be like, damn, and they hate us. They only hate us because we telling the truth, Adawan. They only hate us because we
God.
telling the truth because
Hell
they
yeah.
know the truth is going to make our people free.
Right,
And they
right,
don't want
right,
our
right.
people to be free. They want to give us gifts like partners Larry Hoover and NBA Youngboy. And I ain't shaming Larry Hoover and I ain't shaming NBA Youngboy. You
Come on.
understand? But what I am saying is we can't fall for the banana in the tailpipe every time.
Every time, Mark. That's the thing.
Every
That's the
time.
thing. We falling for it every time. Shit.
Every time. We fall for
And
this every
this
time.
this is
And
an example. This is an example right here of every time, right now.
hey, look,
Larry
if I
Hoover,
can get a
NBA Youngboy.
precept of Kalawine, Baba Kasha, if I may, give me Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha. If you got your Apocrypha,
Lots of my apocrypha got destroyed a
okay,
few
well,
years
I'll
ago.
read it. I'll read it for time's sake. Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 10.
Come on.
Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. As look, our enemy has already proven that he's our enemy. And think about how
No.
iron is. Think about how iron is. Over time, iron rusts. It gets old, it deteriorates, it gets worse. It gets worse over time. And here
No
we
way,
are
please.
still trying to prove to the oppressor that Black Lives Matter. Here we
God.
are over the time still trying to, wiggle our way into their philosophies. He gave
Now we
Larry
fighting to get in
Hoover
their
a
in their
pass.
philosophy.
Con
Slocky.
of the con. He gave
Yeah,
Larry Hoover
God.
a pass. He gave NBA Young Boy a pass. Oh, Donald Trump, he ain't half that bad. But like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness, meaning their wickedness gets worse over time. It's never going to go anywhere. And we are so asleep as a nation of people that we
God.
willingly accept their wickedness simply because they gave someone in the black community immunity or whatever. They gave them a pass. I yield on that, Salaki.
Con. That was heavy. Yeah, that was heavy, man. Good breakdown on that. That's why the scriptures tell us never trust thine enemy, man. You know what I mean? Never
Right.
trust your enemy. Because trusting your enemy gonna bring you down. You know what I mean? Trusting him gonna put you in last place.
Kind of the
I yield,
con.
man.
Kind of the con, sir.
Yeah. If I could, I'm a piggyback off of what you saying, and we're gonna stick right here in Ecclesiastes chapter 7, and we're gonna jump down. We just gonna jump right down.
I hear echo going on. What's going on with that?
I'll mute my mic. One of us might have to mute our mic.
God.
But yeah,
I don't
right
hear.
here,
No, I still hear.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 13. Consider the work of God, for who can make that straight which he had made crooked? See,
That's a
we
heavy
can't
precept.
change white people, black folk,
That's right.
Yeah,
Negro. The white
yeah.
man is the devil. He's always gonna be that way. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? I don't give a damn if he frees NBA young boy. I don't give a damn if he gave him EBT cards. I don't give a damn if what he give all the gifts that destroys the heart. He could give you a little bit of this and that. He could hit you with the carrot on the stick all day.
Come on, priest.
But guess what? The Lord made him crooked, and there ain't no straightening him out. You know what I'm saying? Just like iron rusted, so is his wickedness. You know what I'm saying? So hey, it's definitely it's right there, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? The Lord made them as a vessel fit for destruction. And that's in the book of Romans. We ain't gotta go grab that, but you know what I'm saying? They're a vessel fit for destruction. And 2 nations was in the womb that was divided, and that's just it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's it on that.
Yeah, if I could, real quick. Yeah, like the scripture say, yeah, damn right. Bring it out for the priest, man. That was a heavy breakdown. That precept was dead on, man. Dead on precept. And only people that think they can change white folks is that Christian community, man. They the ones thinking love and all this, you know what I mean, gonna change, you know what I mean, the white man. I can look at the oppressor and know ain't no change in them. You know what I mean? When you're in the courtroom and that guilty verdict come back, you know what I mean, knowing they was wrong and using all kind of tricks and trades on the brother to get a guilty plea and all that, and they still have a countenance on their face of pride and not having any compassion on that brother, man. I know them folks is the devil, man. You know what I mean? You can look at them and you can tell that ain't no straightening them, man. The best thing we can do is get away from these people, man. Come up out of their philosophies, man. Like the scriptures say, gather yourselves together. You know what I mean? That's what we have to do, man. That's our only survival. Other than that, we will get wiped out in this kingdom, man, dealing with these oppressors. I yield up.
Damn right out of wine.
Yep. But yeah, that's pretty much that was just something that happened over the past weekend, you know, that had black people all in a frenzy. I don't know if somebody got something else they want to bring out.
What was it? Well, I wanted to speak. Like, has anybody else been noticing, like, how everybody, as far as what I can see, like black people talking about the EBT and the Section 8. Is anybody else been seeing that? Like a little spike in that, because Donald Trump has signed an executive order basically saying that you know, he about to pretty much do away with Section 8 and food stamps. Like, he's about to limit the
yeah.
I heard a couple snippets, couple sound bites on it, and I ain't heard too much. If y'all could go ahead, break that shit down.
Well, what I was saying, like, if you go on TikTok, it's a lot of our people. The thing about it was crazy is like they're using our people to push the propaganda against us, against other black people.
That's heavy, priest.
You understand? So it's like they, you know, our oppressor is so cunning in everything that they do, and they're so, you know, they're calculated. You know what I mean? They're calculated.
Right.
But this is the thing. I never thought I'd see a day, especially like being from the hood, jumping off the porch early, like where other black people were shaming other black people because of Section 8. And you're hearing terms like black fatigue and things like this. You understand? Like, black people said they had black fatigue because they're tired of all the ghetto, ratchet black people. And they're also tired of hearing about black people, check this out, blaming our oppressor for being the oppressor.
That's what you call that? That's Stockholm syndrome, right out.
Right.
Man, that's
okay.
God, I would say beyond Stockholm syndrome, but definitely.
Okay.
But definitely, it's like, forget about everything they did to us. We just need to start focusing on what niggas is doing to niggas. That's the only problem in life to people who think like that, is what niggas is doing to niggas. That's the whole black fatigue. That's why people are
Yeah.
chanting and happy that people are losing their food stamps and their Section 8. Listen, I understand. The Bible says my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Our people do distasteful things. I agree.
God.
Right.
But how can we go harder on our own nation versus going harder on the ones who put us in this position? Like you have to make that make sense. You have to make that make sense. You understand? So that is what's distasteful, and that's what's separating us right now in America because they want to do away with race in their minds. Niggas think it's not about race anymore. It's only about class. Tasteless,
Right.
those that have taste, and people who don't have taste. So those people are distasteful for me. When the white man's sitting back like, look, if you ain't white, everybody's distasteful for me. But they're serpents. They're not gonna show you their true hand because they're serpents. Us, on the other hand, we are good slaves when we don't follow the Lord, unfortunately. We're good slaves. We're good followers better than we're good leaders because if you don't follow the Most High God, you can never be a good leader. If you're Black, Latino, or Native Indian, I yield. That's what I'm starting to see out of one.
Yeah, damn right. We give you a hand on that one, priest. Because what you bringing
Yeah,
out
damn
definitely
right.
heavy. You know what I mean? Just to piggyback on what you were saying, which was heavy, man. Yeah, what we have taken on is a white mindset. You know what I mean? We learn all this from the oppressor to hate your brothers, to hate your sister. All that comes trickling down from what the oppressor has taught us, and we just took on that philosophy, man. You know what I mean? We are a destroyed people, man. That's why we here. That's why niggas like Elisha, Kumgaba, you know what I mean? Kalawan. That's why we here. You know what I mean? We're gonna do what y'all not gonna do. You know what I mean? We're gonna say what you ain't gonna say, and we're gonna continue to bring out heavy content, man, because we know the earth need what we bringing out, man. We the last man standing. Once again, we
That's
the
right.
last man standing, man. So we gotta keep pushing it and be maniacs for this truth, man. I yield.
Kind of the con. And one more thing before we switch the subject. Look, welfare wasn't a thing for Black people. They pushed that
Right.
on us. You understand? Food stamps, Section 8 housing. Every time that we try to go build, they came and destroyed us.
Come on now.
From Seneca Village, from Black Wall Street, for anything positive that we had going on, they came and tore down.
Right.
And then they flooded our streets in our neighborhoods with drugs. All this you can look up. All this you can research. All this is facts.
Right.
All this is facts. So,
Come on, priest.
then turn around and say that we're the problem, that we're lazy, we're shiftless, that we're abusing the system, when welfare was created for your own people in your own system.
And and if I could,
And the only issue is that we're receiving the benefits that their people is receiving. Now it's looking like we abusing the benefits. It's looking like we abusing the benefits. When you got the Jewish people who've been receiving millions of dollars since the Holocaust.
They are more than we are, right? They statistically, the white man and all these other nations receiving more aid than the so-called Black man. Get me right on that one.
Listen, you already knew where I was going. You a priest and prophet out of one. You already knew where I was going. That's it.
Right. Hey, one body, one man.
There you go.
Right.
Like, my bad to cut you off, Kakam Gabar Salak.
No, you too wild. And if I could though, originally welfare and like even the projects, like project housing and all that was all created in its exception for European immigrants. You know what I'm saying? They would come over here and they help them out. As soon as they get up and get moving, then they just kept helping them out. You know what I'm saying? They was giving them land grant colleges, helping them to be farmers and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Slaves.
But then,
I said they were also getting them slaves and shit.
You know what I'm saying? But then years later, they put niggas in it, but by the time the immigrants got set up to have their own businesses and shit, and then they would set up different garrisons where it was keeping us even further oppressed. So by the time we start getting welfare and stuff, then they said, oh well, you can't have a man in the house. You know what I'm saying? They'll add a little extra on it to keep us down even lower while the immigrants was coming up.
There you
know
go.
what I'm saying?
Heavy point. Heavy point.
Definitely. Good. You want to say something?
Yeah, but I was gonna say, but don't forget, so yeah, the two points. One, yeah, they was talking about SNAP and how they're trying to change the rules now that children over the age of 7 and above won't be able to get SNAP no more, or the EBT. They're about to change that whole thing up. And then they changing up the child
that's that bill
laws.
they trying to push, right?
Yeah, kind of one kind. Then they trying to change up the child laws, even to change up how the age limit to working and shit. So now your kid's gonna be 10 years old going to work. It's gonna go back to back in the day.
Hey, some of these kids they're gonna be making more money than their parents.
Man, look.
Some kids gonna have a better job than they dad.
Good night. Yep. So and you know Trump's just reversing a whole bunch of shit that's been set in place back in the day. And you know what I'm saying? They try to claim we're the main ones on welfare, but let's not forget about Mr. Brett Favre. Don't forget about Brett Favre.
Oh, heavy point. Heavy point.
Yeah, he was embezzling millions and millions of dollars.
Dang.
And Doug.
I don't want to hear that.
You ain't lying.
Yeah, I was trying to find the exact number. Where's it at?
It was enough. If I remember correctly, it was enough to where he could build his daughter a soccer stadium, right?
Man, he was doing the most. I'm trying to find a better thing so it could show how much he was getting embezzled.
I believe he used it to fund a soccer stadium or some shit like that. I may be wrong. I'm wrong.
I had to watch the because they got a little documentary thing on Netflix. I haven't watched it all, but yeah, he was the welfare king. You know how they got the welfare queens and all that? Yeah, Brett Favre, we don't forget. Y'all was the ones out here embezzling all this welfare money. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, I yield on that. So they be always trying to put the, like you said, propaganda on us, but no, y'all the main culprits, man.
It's definitely propaganda. Like even with the white fatigue, not the white fatigue, but the black fatigue, them always trying to use us for the face of welfare and Section 8 and EBT. Yeah, we receive it. And but they try to act like they don't. They try to act like they don't receive it. That's the problem. And this is how dumb the oppressor is. Was General Mahyman and Commander General Hanna, so like I said that the wrong way. Commander General Hanna and General Mahyman already bought out. Donald Trump and these oppressors that think like this, they hate us so much that they're willing to hurt themselves just to see us suffer.
Mm-hmm.
They are literally willing to help, risk hurting themselves just to see us suffer. This is how much these people hate us.
Right.
This is how much they hate us. They are willing to suffer just so we won't benefit some damn food stamps, some food.
Right.
When America has trillions of dollars and makes trillions of dollars,
God.
That's
heavy that you bring that out. That's heavy that you bring that out. You know what I mean?
Kind of the concert.
If the white man, goddamn it, will lose a toe for you to have a toe up on him. You know what I mean? He would lose everything for you to have anything. You know
That's
what I mean?
that's it.
Get me right if I'm wrong on that, man.
Man, you definitely right. You're not wrong at all. And that's why you have the black fatigue. They pushing that. They pushing the banning of the welfare. They don't even call it. You know, I'm old as shit. I'm still saying welfare. The Section 8,
God.
in
All right.
the food
That's the same
stamps.
thing, I believe. God.
You know,
Yep.
they
God.
trying to weaponize that. Just to push the
Here's my
propaganda.
thing, if I could, Baba Kasha.
Con.
How is it that they still label us 3/5 of a man? You know what I mean? Are you human? Maybe you not human. If you can't understand what a human is, maybe you can't be human. I mean, come on,
Right.
get me right on that one. I mean, how are you human that you're not human enough to know another human being that you would label another human being a 3/5 of a man? And that shit's still on the books today. Just piggybacking
Hey,
off what you said, man. I yield. We can move on. We can move on.
man, listen, I couldn't have dropped it heavier myself. I couldn't have dropped it heavier myself. I mean,
Most High
this
Christ,
is what we
man.
dealing with. This is what we turn a blind eye to. Like what? Who brought that out? You could come, Gabar. Uh, a gift destroyed the heart. That precept that you read earlier.
Yeah, God,
Yeah,
that was heavy.
This is what Christianity teaches us. This is what
Mm,
yeah.
Dr. Martin Luther King has taught black people to submit to. If
mm,
you just get a little bit, right? Just get a little bit, we have to be willing to accept all the other negative things just because they give us a little bit.
mm.
You
Mm-hmm.
understand? Our hearts,
God.
meaning our minds, are destroyed because we look forward to the little trinkets, the little pebbles, the little bullshit that
Still
they
in
give
check.
us.
1,200.
Kind of the kind.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, God, that's it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, damn right. But
Hey, clap it up
yeah,
for the team, man.
yeah,
Give a hand
damn
for the
right.
team, man. We dropping heavy content tonight, man. Definitely.
Yep,
Most High
shit.
Christ.
Yeah, that's definitely that on yeah, the white man is the devil and the biggest welfare king fraud of all time. So we don't want to hear all that shit.
Yeah.
7 million in
Right.
Mississippi funds from FAR.
Look,
And
if
I
y'all
think it was
God.
inspire
more
me,
than
that's
that.
gonna be the next TikTok. Look, y'all just gave me another good idea for a TikTok.
What you got?
I'm gonna talk about. I'm gonna do a TikTok talking about how tired of black fatigue I am, but it's gonna be all oppressors. And I'm gonna act
Right.
like
God.
I'm gonna act like them. I'm gonna be deceitful and act like I accidentally put the wrong footage up there. A Brett
Oh, that's gonna
Favre
be heavy.
stealing all the goddamn food stamps in America, of all the white 304s that that steal all the money from silly ass niggas like Shannon Sharp, Salakia. I'm
Right.
like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, y'all gave me an idea. I'm about to run with
And
this.
then if you could add that scripture with it, man, they ain't had enough that they go in and steal all the grapes. Go back and get the residue of the grapes. They don't leave
Oh yeah,
nothing.
and Obadiah.
This man got $1 million on deck. You know what I mean? He got meals in the bank. He want it all. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
He gonna
the,
get it
the
all
people,
too.
the poor people can't have nothing. You know what I mean? That you gonna manipulate the system because you know the system. You gonna manipulate the system and hurt the people who really need it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hey, I ain't heard no charge the first on that situation either, man.
Kind of the kind. None.
I
I
ain't
ain't
heard
heard about it
nothing,
since
right?
it came out.
Yeah, come on. That
No,
man just
they got a
enjoying his life.
they got a
But they
thing
got
on
Diddy on trial. But they got all our brothers and sisters on trial.
right. Yep.
You
Yeah, I
ain't
yield on
wrong.
that.
Mhm. Yeah, man. But in other words, of course, um, well, what else did you say, Elisha? Was that pretty much it on that?
What's that?
I thought you said you brought up something else, but that's we pretty much touched on all the welfare and all that,
Yeah, that
right?
was that was my main thing on how they trying to weaponize propaganda here today, as far as like the propaganda now is the EBT and the Section 8. And
Right.
if you notice the black fatigue, you know what I mean? You're starting to see a lot
Yeah.
of black people talking about they have black fatigue when there are ghetto, ratchet, thug oppressors who do the same thing, if not worse. But
Mhm.
for some
Right.
reason,
So
that doesn't
so
get pushed.
we should call it white fatigue. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm.
Should it be
That's for
called white
shit.
fatigue?
Kind of. That's for shit show. What I'm calling it.
Right.
For shit, so damn right. God.
Yeah.
I've
That
been
lets you
had
know
it. I've
how
been had it.
destroyed we are, man, as a people.
Kind of the
Oh,
kind.
I got it too. In the worst way. I hate Edomites, man. I hate the oppressor, man. It's like with a perfect hatred, man. We should hate them, man. Look what's going. Ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing changed, man. I be watching these police when they man, the YNs, man. I'm gonna do a story on our YNs, man. We got to get smarter than how we are, man. I used to be a YN, I understand, but
I
come
do
on,
too.
man. Common sense. You know what I mean? Like common sense. It shouldn't be far. It shouldn't be far fetched, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's bad out here, man. We still getting pulled over for drugs. We still going to jail for guns in the car. You know what I mean? Like man,
Right.
like they tricks something serious, man.
Yep. Well, shit. Yeah.
Kind of.
I don't know if y'all want to tap more into that, but uh, I could move on to something else. Just something real
Oh yeah,
quick, not
we
nothing too deep.
kind. Like you can move on. Like I said, the it was mainly just the propaganda. They're using EBT and Section 8 as propaganda to try to separate blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians even more. To try to, those who basically, man, the oppressor created this goddamn problem. That's it, Salakia.
Right.
We know it. We know
We
that here in the
do.
UPK. We know that here on heavy content. We know it. Trying to get it out to everybody else. God.
Yep.
Whoa.
Well,
Did you have something else on that priest? Was you done?
Live. So
no,
that's all I
Last
have
I
shot?
on
was
that.
Lock the door.
no, I was just gonna switch speeds on to something else real quick.
Ain't no sweat. Let's get it.
On in global news, you know what I'm saying? Like yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
there was two major volcano eruptions in the same day. One in the heart of all the Roman empirism over there in Italy. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Matter of fact, I'm gonna just share this fair use. We just played a little clip real quick.
It's heavy
And it had
content, man.
tourists on the hop. Mount Etna erupting in dramatic fashion. The world's most active volcano putting on quite the show.
The start of summer in Sicily,
Now
marked
look
by
at
an
these dumbass
almighty
crackers. Look,
eruption.
Salakia. These motherfuckers is on the goddamn volcano.
Mm.
Why are you on the volcano when it's erupting? Well, they didn't know it was gonna erupt. It just erupt out the blue. But I guess must be a tourist site, and white people they don't believe fat meat make grease, man. They gonna
Yeah,
go on the goddamn volcano, and
right.
the goddamn volcano is erupting while you on the volcano. Like, come on, man. Why you so?
Just
In dramatic fashion, the world's
like
most active volcano putting
No, go
on
ahead. You want to
quite
say
the show.
something?
yeah. Just real quick, and get me right if I'm wrong on this, man. The oppressor, these devils, they got so much freedom, man. They having so much fun. They can run on top of a volcano, and it's fun to them, man. This shit is fun.
Right.
You know how you remember when you were a little kid, man? You ain't got no care, nothing in the world. That's how they operating right there on that volcano, man.
Mhm.
This man damn near inside the volcano.
Right.
Yeah, this shit fun to them, man. That's why they gonna get wiped out. They having
Right.
too much fun, man. I mean, get me right if I'm wrong, man.
No, you right. Matter of fact, I got a precept on that, but I'm gonna play this video a little bit longer
Can I,
But I
Salaki,
do gotta.
before you go there, can I read a precept?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
You want me to pull it up?
I got it real quick.
All
Because
right.
this is Obadiah, uh, verse 3. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that said
Right.
in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? You just said that these oppressors are sitting on top of a volcano. You know why they like to sit their habitation high? Because in their mind, they think they're above everybody. They think that they sit high above everybody and they want to look down on everybody. So why wouldn't they go to a volcano that's erupting? Because the pride in their heart has deceived thee. They think that they can conquer a volcano. They think that they can conquer the moon. They think that they can conquer all the animals, conquer all the nations. They think they can conquer everything and pay no consequences. You understand?
Right.
And that's why, in their mind,
God.
they are numero uno. You understand?
Right.
It don't get no better than me. I'm white. It's nothing better than me. I'm a oppressor. I can go to the volcano and look at all this soot and this smoke and sit through this, and I'm gonna be just fine. I'm gonna be just fine. We already conquered the blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. You think we can't conquer this volcano?
Right.
It's the pride in their heart. It's the pride in their mind. They are very prideful. That's why they say white power. White power.
You got where's the restriction at? You know what I mean? Where's the security at to stop people from going up there, clearing the area? You know what I mean? How is it that these what's they some mercenaries or something? How is it that them people can walk up? Look at that shit, man. Man, that's that same volcano where them people was on the hill at or something.
I got one better for you.
Let's get it.
What's your slave last name?
Jones, just for the camera.
I'm pretty sure all of us here, before we came into the truth, look, they didn't conquer the people so much that we all have slave last names.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And people, not us in the UPK, but for the most part, people are even unaware that their last name comes from a slave master.
Right. That too. And also they are unaware and they are aware also.
They're unaware, but they're aware, but they not tripping on it.
My point exactly.
They not tripping on it. They not tripping on it like how we tripping on it. We tripping.
Yeah.
In
We
the
tripping.
UPK, Commander General Yohana, he tripping, and we tripping with him. We gonna step when he step.
Right.
We gonna trip when he trip. You understand?
Right.
But this is the thing. Our people are so destroyed behind this nation who is so prideful, who can go march up a goddamn volcano and be like, look, they jump out of planes. They do a lot of dumb shit because of the pride in their heart.
They deceive, Doc. Like bringing out. Definitely.
The pride in their heart causes them to do a whole bunch of dumb shit, and they just go and do it. We ain't trying to jaywalk. As soon as we see as soon as we see cherries on top of a car, nigga, we spook.
Spook, boy. Spook.
I mean, they can go on a volcano.
And if I could, just piggy.
Real quick, out of line, they can go on a volcano and be free.
Right.
All because they know we have the last name of our slave master, and I yield.
Con, that's heavy. Get a brother here real quick on that one. That's definitely heavy. And just to piggyback off that, man, when you was bringing out the names and how you know what I mean, they don't know that we got our oppressor's name. I'm still trying to get my mama to respect my name, and she's a hardcore Christian. You know what I mean? I'm supposed to yield and bow down, but you can't respect my name. You can't call me this and that. You know what I mean? Oh, I named you this, I named you that, and all this going on. You know what I mean? So these Christians, man, they are living a lie.
All the way out of
Straight
one.
like that, man. Straight like that. Not yield with that, man. It's like,
Yep.
All the way.
Hey,
hey, let me ask y'all this real quick. I know y'all going through the same shit, right? Ain't some family members don't want to respect what y'all doing?
Oh, for sure.
oh
Yeah, all
yeah.
right, God. Do
You
y'all
already know
mamas
that.
call y'all by y'all Hebrew name?
Like,
See what
Hell
I'm saying?
no. Nah, that
My mama
you
said, I
know,
named you that name. I named you. Like, yeah, and the white man
mhm,
named you.
right. Yeah, you want to say something?
that's a good point out of one.
Salakia says, my mom this past weekend just said that that she don't want to have to deal with any of my fanatical cult stuff because
Bananas.
fanatical. She called me a fanatic,
Mm,
and she
mm,
said, and I had to remember as my mother because some of the stuff she said it just had my
mm.
heart and my mind hurting because she
I
was
know,
like,
sis. I
"You just
know.
do it too much," and I was like, "What does that mean?" And she's like, "See, you have up here, you have that star thing." And I'm like, so I can't have a shield in my house? And I'm like, there's one shield hanging up. One. I'm like, that's fanatical. And she's like, yeah. And you be wearing the necklace. I said, so Christians can wear their cross, but I can't wear my shield.
Right.
Most
Mm.
high.
And she's
Right.
like,
All right, sis.
and
All
she's
right.
like, they don't do that very much. And I said, yes, they do. Let's not act as if most Christians aren't wearing crosses. And then she mentioned how I will always be wanting to go to these events. This is just too
Mm,
much. You should. Christ understands not doing it every day. You do it. And
mm.
I said, so what would be normal? And she's like, well, you go to church once a week.
Yeah.
Oh
Hey,
Yeah.
man,
Squawk, it
it's
sounded like you had some rebuttals for it, though, sis. It sounded like
Yeah.
you stood up on business.
I
Damn
love
right.
my mom, but at that moment it just hurt my heart. Was to say a person that
Oh,
brought me
I
up.
understand. Yeah, I understand, sis. I'm pretty
Hey,
sure
well, you
we all
know,
go through that with our parents, because they all Christians. They all, you know what I'm saying, over churchy. You know what I mean? And it's like the truth, they can't understand it. You know what I mean? The Lord put a spirit of delusion on them. It ain't for them. You know what I mean? It ain't for them. It simply ain't for them. I try not to even blow my mama head. I stay away from her with all that. You know what I mean? I stay away from her with all that. But hey, when it's time to speak the truth, I ain't no playing. You know what I mean? But I don't go push it on. You know what I mean? I try to stay away from it. I hate to see my mama continue in sin and shit. I hate it, man. So I try to stay away from it with moms and shit. It's like,
damn right. Yeah.
If I may,
Yeah. Yeah. Get a sister hand on that. Yeah.
if I
call.
may,
Go ahead, Doc. What you got?
because with the sister with Shalom Nahar, what your rib was bringing out, like was real heavy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that should be taught like like more. You understand? Just
Right,
because like it's your mother, your family, anybody,
right.
it doesn't stop the love that you have from them. But we have to understand that we have to love the Most High God more, because the people
Mm,
in the world outside of this truth don't really understand what true love is. You understand?
mm.
They don't understand that we love them more than they love us.
Right.
Right.
We love them
And what
more
comes
than
with
they think
love
they
is
love
correct.
us. That we love them more. Like, think about everybody that came against Yahushua and back then. They wasn't understanding that Yahushua really loved them. They thought that he was tripping. They thought he was
Right.
bugged out of his
Right.
mind. They thought he was like just trying to come and just start his own fake Israelite group. When that wasn't it.
Mm-hmm.
He was the
Mm-hmm.
Hamashiach. He was the anointed. He was the chosen. He
You
came to
understand?
show us how to live our life according to the Most High God. And Christians,
Right.
our mothers, our fathers and sisters and brothers and friends and people in the world, they will never understand that. And they think that you don't love them when you try to correct them. And that's the whole problem with Christianity. And if I may, Kalawan, can I get Luke chapter 12, verse 51 real quick?
Yeah,
Luke,
what they don't understand though, Ak, is that love you talking about, it comes with correction. Correction, is
man,
love. You know what I mean?
look, they don't want the correction because they don't want the love. That's the point out of one. Like, they don't want the love.
Yeah, right. I
They want
agree,
a
Ak.
false They want a false interpretation of love.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you really understand love like we do, that's why in the brothers and sisters in I.S.U.P.K, we can take rebuke because we understand where the rebuke is coming from. The rebuke comes from love.
Yeah, come.
The rebuke don't come from somebody, a nigga, oh, this nigga just hating on me. Like, nah, nigga, I'm trying to save your life. You understand? I'm trying to save your life. If you want to go have a rap career, right? You want to go have a rap career, go have a rap career. You understand? Go rap to the Jewish men and go try to get a record deal.
Right.
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead,
You say chapter 12 and 1?
51. You got it?
Khan or Khan, I do have it, sir.
Go ahead and read it. Baba Kashah.
The book of Luke, chapter 12 and 51. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth.
So the Yahweh Shah says, suppose ye, talking about us, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, I can't, suppose I did come to get peace on earth. Keep going.
But I tell you, but nay. I tell you, nay, but rather division.
So he said, I tell you, yay, I ain't come to send peace, but division. And that's what Christians won't understand. We're divided. The only reason the I.S.U.P.K is divided is because we choose to be holy. We choose to be holy. Our mothers don't want to be holy. Our fathers don't want to be holy. Our sisters don't want to be holy. Our cousins and friends and people in the world, they don't want to be holy. But when we took that oath to serve the Most High God, we decided to become holy. So the Lord said he didn't come to send peace. Peace means that you're going to compromise your being holy. You have to go to war. We say this all the time in the I.S.U.P.K. You have to go to war in order to be holy. You understand? So what your rib was saying was just so heavy. And I'm like, she went to war with her mother. Not saying that she wanted to see her mother unalive or anything like that, but she chose to serve the Lord, and she displayed more love for her mother than her mother showed for her. And that gets overlooked, and that should be glorified. That should be glorified. You understand?
Right.
Come on, yeah, that was heavy. Heavy content, man.
Good man.
I mean, you can keep reading. If you read the next 2-3 verses, it's gonna get into how he came to separate mother from father. You know what I mean? But that's the that's it right there.
God.
Yeah, that's definitely a battle. That's one of the first battles you get into before you even battle anybody. You know, like this. The first battle you get into is those in your own household, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially over them damn fake holidays. Them is the one that you really going. That's even before you even get a Hebrew name. Before you even put the shield on, the first thing you gonna do is stop eating pork. I think that's one of the first things niggas stop doing when they come into the truth. They stop. They start. Oh, now you don't eat pork. Nigga, you was raised on pork. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nigga, the first thing you ate was a piece of bacon. You know what I'm saying? Like, so now don't let you say you don't eat pork no more. Good night. Now, what you Muslim now? What you a Muslim now? Nah.
Yeah, come on.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey. Yeah,
It's,
man.
it's it's a good test, a good first, you know what I'm saying, test, and you know what I mean, that type of shit, battling, coming up, and going against your mom and family and all that.
Right.
You know what I mean? That will let you know if you really, if you gonna be grounded in the truth. If you going against your mother, going against your father, and you rolling with the word of the Lord, you know what I mean? Yeah, that means a lot. You know what I mean? Like the brothers bringing out, the scriptures do say that. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord coming to put division. The Lord is a divisionist. You know what I mean?
Right.
Everybody think he's all inclusive. We all come together and all that, all this kumbaya and all that. No, nah, all that's over. All
Right.
that's over with. You know what I mean? I thought it too, man. I thought we all supposed to come together, but I'm thinking, at least I was smart enough to know it's like, how are we gonna come together with them? Like, how is that possible? Look what they did. Look what they do as a people. I yield up.
Right. No, yeah. Listen, we over here, we can't agree about the basic shit in the household and coming to this truth. And while we got the damn devils is running on volcanoes. They're having a good old white people time running on volcanoes while the volcano is volcanoing. Good night. And they just over there just having a good old that's talk about some what we was talking about, black fatigue, white fatigue, all the fatigues. They just living it up on the volcano. Like you said, like children. You
Children.
know what I'm saying? And I did have a precept on similar to what you said on that.
Hey, Slocky, if you could, what you still had another volcano? Where does volcano take place at, and where the other one took
Oh
place
yeah,
at?
the other one was in Japan the same day.
Oh, so they flew way over to Japan to go play on the goddamn volcano.
No, see there was two of them in the same day. The one you seen with the white people, that was in Italy.
Mm.
Now this one, the same day, is in Japan. So you know how the Lord said earthquakes in diverse places.
That sounds like some diverse places right there.
They popping up the same day, left and right. And I think there was another one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
this lets
it's
you
a
know
lot
that
of
the Lord ain't playing, man. You know what I mean? The
right.
Bible is authentic, man. I yield.
Damn right. On the same day, and they want to play on it like children. And just real quick, this is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4. I mean, Wisdom of Solomon in the Apocrypha, chapter 2, verse 4. And it says, and so this is how the oppressor thinks in their mind. You know what I'm saying? And it says, and our name shall be forgotten in time, and no man shall have our works in remembrance, and our life shall pass away as a trace of a cloud. See, they know, like they're like, man, YOLO, you only live once. You know what I'm saying? So let's live it up. Let's go play on the goddamn volcanoes. Let's, like you said, go skydiving. We're gonna go in the depths of the sea and get imploded in the goddamn submarine. They gonna go to the highest, and the lowest of the lows. You know what I'm saying? And reading on, and shall be dispersed as a mist that is driven away with the beams of the sun and overcome with the heat thereof. Verse 5. For our time is a very shadow that passeth away, and after our end there is no returning. So they don't think they're coming back. So it's like you live once, so let's do it. You know what I'm saying? For it is fast sealed, so that no man cometh again. Verse 6. Now this is the point right here. Come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures like as in youth. So yeah, they like kids, man. They go out there in the jungles and they kill lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my, hang them on their wall. You know what I'm saying? And just live it up, man. Because they feel like this is all they got. And really, keeping it real, this is all they got. So yeah, live it up. This is your kingdom now. This is your kingdom of heaven. Live it up. Go run on a goddamn volcano. You know what I'm saying? That's what you should do.
Did you see that social media when them white boys the hot?
When the
it was like hot lava or whatever. It was on social media. These got everybody walking on hot lava and shit, crossing it and all that shit. I was wondering if
Man,
that's what you were trying to.
that shit need to jump. That shit need to jump out that volcano and hit their ass. That's what it is.
Right. Splack, all of them. Splack here, splack there. God, all over
Man, I
there.
wonder in the kingdom of
I'm
heaven if I
surprised we
can.
ain't seeing that. We ain't see that.
I was just wondering in the kingdom of heaven if the Lord allowed me to, if Lord willing, I make it to the kingdom of heaven. I can create some type of super soaker that can hold hot lava
On their ass. Look, that's a hit right there. That's a hit.
Well, you know, hey, I'm pretty sure niggas created the super soaker, so
I
we're gonna
need
come
one
up
that
with
can shoot
something.
hot lava. That where I don't get hot, I don't get burnt, but I damn for sure can squirt it. That's gonna be
They got some shit out there that's pushing that heat like that, but you ain't finna see it.
Damn.
They got it though. You know what, Ak, you might can get when they start bringing the goods of the so-called the Gentiles and all that shit up to the mountain. You might can get you one of them joints, man. I'm gonna try to remember that for you, Ak.
The water. I
See if
appreciate
I
it.
get
You know what?
see if I get my brother one.
I think what I might need to do instead of that, I'm thinking a little bit clearer now. Maybe I just need to build give me some land around the volcano, Lord willing, and I just had him, remember that big hole in 300?
Yeah.
Yeah, kick them in there.
This is Sparta.
Yeah, this is Yasha Allah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's gonna be my
Hey,
hole if you catch my drift.
yeah,
I'm gonna
God.
leave it at that.
That man said, "This is madness." That nigga say, "No, this is Sparta," and kicked his ass in the hole and shit.
There you go. I ain't even gonna have to kick him.
Yeah, they gonna have to bow down.
Right.
Plain and simple.
I'm leaving it at that. I don't want to get the channel banned. I don't want to get
Yeah,
it deleted.
con. Hey, this heavy content, man. We pushed it to the limit.
Kind of the
Yep.
concept.
Yeah, right. But yeah, man, shit. We can move on from that. Salakia.
Hey, Salakia, it's 9. I gotta close out, man. At 9, I be on point with some other shit. So Salakia, if I could, let me
That was 9
say what
already.
I gotta say. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was just gonna hit
man.
up a little war report and then
Snuck up on us. Hey, but big ups to everybody in the chat, man. You know what I mean? I can't see the chat, so I ain't really gonna comment on it. Big
I
ups
don't
to
see the chat either.
yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Oh,
I'm still
yeah.
trying to work this computer. But big ups to everybody in the chat, man. Big ups to Kalawan. Big ups to Priest and Officer Kakungaba. Big ups to my main man, Elisha, for tuning in with us, man. You know what I mean? We love to have y'all brothers in on heavy content, man. You know what I mean? Big ups to y'all and everything that y'all doing, man. Tune in to I.S.U.P.K. Iowa Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, man. You understand me? Big ups to Commander General Johanna, you understand me, and all the generals and all the captains, all the way down. You understand me? All the way down to a Kalawan. You know what I mean? That brother been hanging in there. So big ups to you too, bro. Make sure y'all pay y'all tithes, man. Everybody pay their tithes. You understand me? We got the Midwest 5 weekend coming up in July. Stay tuned for that. You understand me? Gonna be in Chicago. We got a lecture coming in St. Louis. You understand me? Captain DG. And man, you know what I mean? I.S.U.P.K, we trying to get down, man. I.S.U.P.K Iowa, man. We looking for real niggas, man. Real niggas. That's all. If you ain't a real nigga, we don't even want you, man. You know what I mean? Keep moving, kick rocks, whatever. But we're looking for real niggas. You know what I mean? Getting this one body, you understand me? Real niggas university. You understand me? Big up
That's right.
the Chicago camp. Yeah, definitely. And man, hey, that's it, man. Y'all gotta tune in with us, man. Fuck with us, man. Hit them likes, man. Get them likes up, man. You know what I mean? And get up with your brothers, man. It's I.S.U.P.K. Iowa, man. I yield.
Yeah, Most High in Christ. Yeah.
Damn right. Damn right.
But yeah, shit, just it is about close to the time. Just one more thing that definitely happened. What Ukraine did a massive drone attack deep inside Russia. You know what I'm saying? They was able to smuggle like 100 and something odd drones, 17 area drones on the backs of trucks that deposited them at the perimeter of 4 Russian air bases. One of them deep inside Siberia, 250 100 miles. 2,500 miles from Ukraine's border, according to Ukrainian officials. So they was on some old MacGyver shit, or some old under low key 007 shit, and they done smuggled in 100 something odd drones and blew up a whole airstrip full of different like warplanes. You know what I'm saying? Like nuclear warplanes. The code name was Spiderweb. So that Putin's definitely mad about that. And that was the inside. They did somebody was on the inside. How do you get all the damn drones on the damn boat? The trucks to get them that far into the air base. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that was a slick move on Zelensky. And Trump, not Trump, but Putin, he's definitely gonna fire back. And a lot of people thought that Trump was gonna like kind of de-escalate this war. Nah, it's up and it's stuck. You know what I'm saying? It's up and it's stuck. I don't know if you want to say something on that. Usually at the end we try to bring out something on this World War III coming up.
Well, you already know the perfect precept for that.
Yeah. Which which there's a lot of them. Which one you want me?
You can go to
Ezekiel.
Is that Ezekiel or Jeremiah? No, not Jeremiah. Where is it? The first woe. Is that in Revelation?
Oh yeah, that's in Revelations. Yep.
Oh, Tazan already came off?
Yeah, they already. I think him and a column one done dropped. So this is Revelations chapter 9 and verse 12.
Salakia, sorry, I'm heard.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Come.
Yeah, if you could, column one, pull that up. Revelations 9 and 12.
Revelation 9 and 12.
Yeah, come.
Yeah, because when I seen that, I was like, damn, they really went and bought drones and hook by, like they listen.
They was on one.
They was on
they
one.
They used some Walmart drones.
Listen.
And bombed everybody, but hooked bombs to them, and then blew up a whole bunch of Russian jets, and some of them were nuclear bomb jets, like the ones that's them high flying ones that drop the bombs in long distance. Russian bombers. So Zelensky done fucked up though, Slovakia. Because you remember what was it? About 6 months ago, when they hit that one on them, that was like lightning strike.
God.
Like, man, it was a bomb. It was missiles and shit we ain't never seen. So,
man,
listen, Putin's
you
about
get
to drop
creative.
shit on.
Look, hey, Kakunga Bar. Now you see while we were so creative and innovative in our slavery.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you being oppressed, you're gonna come up with some shit. We wasn't coming up with
Right.
weapons. We wasn't coming up with weapons to destroy our oppressor because we was being taught Christianity. But think about everything that we, catered to America and gave to America. All the inventions we never get credit for. Everything that we done that we didn't get credit for. But the sad part about it is those Ukrainians that did that, they don't have the mentality of slaves. Granted, the Bible
Mm-hmm.
says the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but that doesn't mean we can't be in the spirit of warfare. And that's what we're not at. We are not in the
Mm-hmm.
spirit of warfare. We are
Right.
still arguing amongst each other about some goddamn EBT in Section 8.
Right.
I yield.
Yep. Yeah, if you could, Kalawan, go ahead and read that for I don't know if you want to break it down, Officer Elisha. You can go ahead.
Go ahead, Doc. You got it.
Khan, sir. The book of Revelations, chapter 9, verse 12. One woe is past, and behold, there come two woes more hereafter.
Yeah, so one woe was during the time of his vision was World War One. You know what I'm saying? The two more woes, the second one was World War Two. Woe means destruction. That's
That's
what
right.
woe means. You know what I'm saying? And then the third woe coming quickly. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, this ain't even the right scripture now that I think about it. Because it says two woes is past and the third one coming quickly. Hold on, let me get that one. I forgot which
I
one that
think it's
was. Third one
what you
coming
went? It's
quickly.
Revelation 11 and
Oh,
14.
it's 11. Yeah, yep. Salakia. That ain't even the right one. Revelations 11.
11 and what, sir?
14.
Khan, sir. The book of Revelations, chapter 11, verse 14. The second woe is past,
See, the
and
second woe
behold,
passed. Yeah, the second woe has passed. That was World War II. You know what I'm saying? And behold, keep reading.
and behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
The third woe, which is World War III, coming quickly. And guess what? It's definitely coming quickly. As you see, we got drones, all these different drone strikes. You got America doing their tariff wars. It's an economic war. You know what I'm saying? They got financial war. You know what I'm saying? They got all these little countries arming up. What's that one in Africa with that one black that African brother? What's his name? Ibrahim or whatever his name is.
Salakia, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Salakia, sir. Ibrahim Traore.
Yeah. So they got all these different what is it? It says in Joel, let the weak say I'm strong. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's gearing up for the third woe that cometh quickly. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what you see happening with Ukraine and Russia. And Russia, they're gonna hit back even harder. He's like, oh, you want to do some little weak ass drone strikes, but it did hurt.
Oh
It
yeah.
hurt that it took out some Russian. He got right into the Russian what do you call it? Naval base. I mean aerial base, and was blowing up some big planes. And guess what? The third woe coming quickly. So yeah, they was blowing shit up. And he's
Boom.
definitely salty about that. Yeah, I yield. Go ahead.
I was agreeing with you. I like boom. Like,
Yeah.
you
Mm-hmm.
know, we got to realize that like we were really on the brink of the third world or on the third woe, as the Bible describes it. You understand? Now
Damn
the
right.
question for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians: are you willing to fall with your oppressor? Because your oppressor, America, is definitely not going to stand forever. No kingdom
Right.
in the history of the earth has stood forever. You
Right.
understand? None. Because none of those kingdoms were of the Most High God. The kingdom of heaven, once this kingdom falls, the kingdom of heaven will be established forever and ever and ever. You understand? So
That's right.
if we set our minds for temporary, temporary gain, it's all that is just temporary. All that is going to leave before you know it. It's not going to be here forever. And that's why I
Right.
love the brothers and the sisters in the I.S.U.P.K under Commander General Hanna, because we all have the same mentality. Like, we don't let carnality make us, unless you're trying to be a famous rapper, a struggling famous rapper here in 2025, you're going to allow a rap contract that you hope that you get divide you from your brothers. You're going to let gossip, you're going to let weird shit keep you from building the nation or the kingdom of the Most High God. But I'm
Right.
just glad that the brothers and sisters in I.S.U.P.K under Commander General Hanna see the bigger picture. It's the bigger picture. All families have
Mm-hmm.
issues. All families have problems. Whether you're in the world, whether you're in the truth, whether you're at work or whatever the hell issues that you may have. But it's all how you handle them. Are we going to handle the issues like how Christ told us to handle the issues? Or are we going
Right.
to handle the issues how the oppressor who is going to fall, whose kingdom is going to fall? You're going to handle things like that. I would just leave on this note. Like, we all have a choice to make. And in the choices that we make, depending if you go against the Lord or not, you have a price to pay. And I yield on that a
Right.
lot.
Yeah. Hey, well, you hitting it right on the head. Of course, one of those choices that I would just bring up this precept. Was it that because that's basically a Deuteronomy, right? 30 and 19, if I'm not mistaken, what you was if that's what you was quoting.
Read it.
I'm gonna just read it out for time's sake.
I was trying to
It
go
says,
to 30 and
I
19.
call 30 and 19, I call heaven and earth to record this day against you that I have set before you life and death,
Hmm.
blessings and cursing. Therefore choose life that both thou and thy seed may live. So that's choice. That's the choices you got.
Look, there you go. I couldn't
You
have
got
said it
life
better,
and death.
man. That was heavy,
You
huh?
know what I'm saying? Yeah. Choose the life, man. Don't choose death.
There you go.
Definitely. Yep.
And I
But
ended on this. I'm gonna say this: if you choose to serve the Lord, you have no choice. Salaki.
right. Damn right. Yeah, with that, man. You want me to
God, we can go up.
I forgot can the column one, he can't do the
If
closing of
you the column, do you
I
have?
should
I doubt he got the security. I doubt he got the security announcements though.
I'll go ahead and run it.
I'll make like next time we get. I'll make sure that the brother got them and everything.
Yeah, it's no sweat. But yeah, this is the I.S.U.P.K security announcements where the I.S.U.P.K started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister come into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They're here to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. And after this 6 months period, if a brother or sister has an interest in a person, he or she must get permission from the heads to speak to a brother or a sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court one another. And after that 6 month period, they can get permission from the heads to speak. I mean, get from the heads to marry. Tithes, that's a commandment. Definitely you want to go to ISUPK.com, pay your 10% of all your income. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to give a free will offering to the brothers and sisters, either down in ISUPK or I.S.U.P.K Iowa, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you got a Cash App, if you want to announce your Cash App or whatnot.
Not right now. Oh, matter of fact, what is it? I believe it is the Cash App is No Cowards KC. I gotta make sure for sure.
Yeah, $ no. Yeah, we hold on to that for a minute. But for Iowa, it's $ ISUPK Iowa 515. Once again, ISUPK Iowa 515. And the upcoming holy convocations, of course, this weekend we have the Feast of First Fruits. So let's clap it up to the Lord for that. That's at sundown on Sunday. Sunday at sundown, wherever you at, you know what I'm saying? Definitely tune into your nearest school near you. You know what I'm saying? And check this out. You know what I'm saying? Of course, One West online classes. Usually the generals be going live and break it down. You know what I'm saying? What the Feast of First Fruits is about. You know what I mean? Or what the Christian church calls, or they also call it Pentecost, which is 50. It's 50. That means 50 days after the Passover. You count 7 holy Sabbaths, and then bam, that one more 7 times 7 is 49. That one more day. You know what I'm saying? And then of course we got the Midwest Fire Week, all the cookouts throughout the from C to C. The first one is in the Carolina, South Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. They got what's called the Colt Classics. You know what I'm saying? So if you over there in the East Coast, you definitely want to holler at camp leader. Holler at your camp leader to get the details on the cookout over there in the Carolinas. And then over here you got at the end of July, the first week of August, you got the Midwest Fire Weekend, you know what I'm saying,
That's right.
hosted by the Midwest Monster of Mayhem, Captain by himself. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm pretty sure Live Shot, Officer Malak, yours truly, everybody, we all it's the Midwest, you know what I'm saying? So it's in Chicago this year. And yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much it on the holy convocations. But yeah, with that, we're gonna give a courtesy salute. So in the Israel Majum, which means to stand. Majum Shabbat, Majum Rock. Yahabah
Yabba Shimmy
Shabbat.
Shab Rakatah.
Yavatar Sar, who's turn, we're gonna do the sisters of courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Majum Shabbat, Majum Rock, Yahweh
Yabba
Shamar,
Tomorrow. Bamba Shimmy Shab.
Tomorrow,
Yavatar classes.
Shalom, Akim.
Shalom.
Shalom, Akim.